So the beat note is there, but quite miserable. 43 dB. That sucks. The readback is totally wrong here. Yesterday, the temperature in the PSL changed so much that the reference cavity locked on a different fringe, and that shifted the frequency by a hell lot for us. So since our laser here has to follow whatever the hell is going on over there, when they shift, we have to shift. The problem is, if the shift is too far, it could misalign the laser down the path, because by the time, so this laser, by the time it gets to the detector that detects the beat note between the two lasers, it's like at least a meter away. Wow, maybe half a meter, something like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up the back panel of this table here and realign the beam. Wrong one. Yep, that's the right size. So took 5 minutes to find the right Allen key, and you wonder why PhD takes so long. The power has to be similar here, but the rejected goes down just yesterday and never really made it back up. Trans goes up, what does that mean? If trans goes up, is it a polarized beam splitter? Does that mean the wrong polarization is coming through? I know what the voltage going into the diode is supposed to be, minus 3.22. So this is a total voltage hitting the diode currently. Okay, so my theory is, if the only thing that's gone wrong is polarization, I think we can fix this just by rotating the half-wave plate and a quarter-wave plate. Cool. -2, that's great. So I want to do a quick test just to see how sensitive the polarization is to fiber being touched. Here I am monitoring the volt through the broadband PD that looks at the beat note, and this is where it should be. I put a cursor here. I put a cursor down where I found it earlier when we had issue. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lightly touch the fiber and see if that volt changed at all. Yeah. So here's the PSL fiber. I'm just gonna lightly tap, tap, tap. Nope, nothing changed. What if I, so let's see if I, tweak it, touch it. Okay. Oh, okay. So tapping it lightly didn't do much, but if you move the fiber and set it back down, and if it's not exactly where it used to be, that will definitely affect the polarization. Well, now that we know, it's good to be careful. I'm gonna turn the half-wave plate as I look at this. It should go up. Nope, wrong way. Quarter-wave plate, I mean. What? Quarter-wave plate alone doesn't work anymore. What did I do? There we go. The problem with this configuration here is that now I cannot use the LO from the local laser, which is what I need right now for fringe visibility measurement. So I'm gonna have to unplug one of that and put it back in this panel so I can flip the flipper and use our local Mephisto local oscillator. That's not good. You don't want to plug and unplug fiber too often. You're just gonna risk scratching the fiber every time you plug and unplug this thing. So you pull it out straight. This thing is a little tight. There we go. Flipper, so this will allow us to use the local Mephisto that picked off from our own laser over there. So it reads 0.08 volts. That means something came through. We're all set. Now all the beam cards that I have and the adjustment knobs are on the other side of the table. Fuck. Right now we're using Mephisto LO and it's overlapping with the seed, which comes from the same laser. So the frequency is the same. That's why they can overlap. Alright, so I'm gonna tweak one of the knobs. I'm gonna turn one of these knobs and see what happens. Yeah, look at that. So that's what we want. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk these two mirrors until the minimum is close to 0. .5% fringe visibility. That's as good as it gets. So we balanced the homodyne yesterday. We just took care of fringe visibility. Now I think we are ready to see squeezing. So what we have to do is take a dark noise reference, take a short noise reference. That is just giving us a knowledge of how much clearance we have. I'm gonna revert everything back to where we usually operate, use the CLF instead of seed, lock at low CLF power, and yeah, let's try to see some squeezing. Oh my, what is going on? Oh shit, wrong elbow. This glove is cheap, but it doesn't fit well. Gotta go. The interferometer is now locked, so I'm gonna have to go back to whispering again. We now have about 5 microwatts of CLF on Squeeze CT6. That's what we've been operating. Now I'm gonna go out there and maximize the local oscillator power. 0.34, 0.35. This is almost what we had yesterday. To get the maximum squeeze sidebands out, I'm optimizing the temperature looking at the seed throughput. If I adjust the temperature such that the seed transmission out of the OPO is amplified to the maximum, then that's the best amount of squeezing I'm gonna get given the amount of green power going in. Because the squeeze sidebands are produced by the green down convert to reds, and the amount of down conversion depends on how efficient does the KTP crystal converts the amount of green into red. The nonlinear gain is square root of Pmax over Pmin plus 1, everything divided by 2, and then everything square. 2.1. Dark noise taken into account. Alright, here it is. This is my dark noise. There's no more light onto the homodyne detector, and this thing reads minus 17 dBm. This is the amount of clearance I have, which means if I only expect 5 dB of squeezing, which I'm not even gonna get there, I'm fine with this short noise level. Minus 6 dBm. Let's see if we can lock yellow. Usually I get about 3 volts peak to peak area signal, but today I'm getting like 19 volts. Where? Lock? Yeah, I'm locked. Look at that. Area signal goes to 0. Now it's time to see some squeezing. So OMC 3 megahertz. So right now we have about minus 3 dB of squeezing. Minus 3 dB. So that's a short noise reference, and this is our squeezed light. Since the battery is running low, I'm just gonna stop my vlog here. So I'm gonna take a series of measurements after this with a nonlinear gain and squeezing and anti-squeezing. I can calculate how much loss we have and how much phase noise we have. That's it. Bye. Thanks for watching, guys.